Yo, good day, good vibes, good people. I'm Jay Holland.
Man, L.
And I am B.
And welcome to episode 15 of Fake Decent, the podcast.
It's Fake
Yeah,
Decent.
what up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
I know we missed you the last 2 weeks.
I know, man. I was busy killing people on set, man. Shout out to my homie who tapped me, who wrote this film. No One's Here. Shout out to the director, Omar. Shout out to the whole crew. And shout out to Jen. That girl can act. She played the lead girl. That fucking girl is an actress. You hear me?
I hear you.
She can fucking
I see
act.
a lot of money. Y'all getting some money and shit. Y'all are doing things. My people is doing some stuff. They filming. You got a comedy special coming on up.
Brandy be talking that shit, man.
Yeah.
She ain't been had the money.
Ain't no money. I don't get
Brandy
it.
around this
Don't start
motherfucker.
borrow. I don't get it. It's a no. It's a no. No is a complete
I'm
sentence,
broke,
baby.
baby. I ain't got no
Brandy
money.
around here acting pole. Brandy can pull out Bentley on our ass. She riding around Trapper just because she want to.
Yes,
Right.
Lord. You know
I
why?
fucks with that.
You know why I drive the Trapper? Because I drink. So I ain't buying no new shit. Crash it all up. And then y'all like, damn, the drunk bitch didn't crash the new shit. No, if I crash that little Honda out there, baby, ain't no, listen, I go buy another one for $1,000. I'm drinking water today,
hilarious.
the guys, though I'm not drinking with the guys today. I'm taking off.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I grew
up a little bit.
I missed y'all. I had a lot of fun on set, man. Like I said, shout out to those brothers at BLE Cinema and CCTV Films, and I definitely relish the opportunity, man, and I can't wait to see the finished product. So, but I missed y'all, man.
I missed you
y'all.
too.
I saw you and Sean last week. I was really entrenched in that, and that was dope.
Mohawk
man.
mommy. Shout out to my Mohawk mommy.
Hey,
I
Sean,
like
what up?
that shit.
Hey.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck.
Just so
Lord.
y'all know, she probably be around soon.
Yes, Lord.
A lot more.
A lot
Yes,
more.
Lord.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know,
Lord. I
yeah.
need a sister to this the angry nigga and this the nigga that want to talk about sex all the fucking time. So I need to get a good old girl balance in this motherfucker because these niggas,
I
it
don't
went
talk
wrong
about
on
sex
episode
all the
14.
time.
I just had to watch it twice. I was like, oh,
Brand.
Lord.
I do not talk about sex all the
You
time.
do.
I am sex.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's the
Talk
reason
about
then.
talk
God damn. Well,
Talk about it.
Listen, let me tell you
be
something.
about it, right?
Listen, this is a get rich or die trying. This is a get rich or die trying type of situation here. Everybody is getting some money somehow, some way. We gonna get rich or die
man.
trying, man. They
Man,
filming.
oh,
We selling clothes. We selling wine. We got properties. We Airbnb
Man,
and shit. We
clothing
nigga
lines,
music.
all types of shit.
babysitting, selling dope. No, I'm just
Music.
playing. We ain't doing that.
We
I guess the
listen.
neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Yeah, shit. I tried.
I am.
Hey,
No,
if it make a coin, I might try.
I
Little
might
bit.
try.
Nah, I can't go back.
I can't move backwards, baby.
Shit, hell
Shit, that
nah.
chapter
Go
closed.
back.
Because this going to jail is childish.
Yeah, fuck that.
That is so ghetto.
Ain't no pussy in jail. I can't be there.
And shit, I don't know
man.
nobody number about hard
Then
shit.
you
I don't
gotta
know what the
dress.
fuck I'ma do.
You gotta dress up with like the rest of the niggas. Y'all gotta all wear the same outfit like an R&B choir, like that.
And then all you can wear is white ass Air Force Ones and shit. Nigga, I'm a Jordan nigga, man. Like shit.
there's
shout
no
out.
retro.
I ain't know they made. I ain't know they had a.
Yeah.
I see.
I ain't know
I'm
they
finna
had
take
like
mine
a
to get
gym shit.
refurbished because
I didn't know that
come
they
on.
had a gym shoe requirement in jail.
No, I'm just saying
Nah,
that's
they
all
be
you
having-
see. Niggas wearing motherfucking all whites.
Oh,
With
damn.
oh
those
yeah,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
I thought they had them white girls. Remember, like
No,
the
you
cloth
got
white
the
girls.
you got the Bruce Lee's, the karate joints.
Oh, the
But you,
slide.
you feel
I ain't
everything
wearing
in the
that.
bottom of those.
Fuck that.
So
I can't do
then,
that.
you know, you get
I
your
need
little
foot
money.
support, nigga. I'm old.
Right.
You, know?
You get your little money in the
Saying
commissary,
shit.
you could buy you some decent, some gym shoes. They still ain't gonna be no retro.
I ain't only been in jail for 15 days at the longest, and I ain't going back. I'm 42. I don't even know who to call if I go to jail.
Well, I've been down
Yeah,
my
you be
grandma's
back
old
shit.
number like
You won't see me back around this motherfucker.
Right.
Shit.
Shit, next time the
I mean,
state man, I'm gonna be in a bag.
I have been
like DMX said.
rehabilitated.
You hear me?
Shit.
So what we getting into this week?
All right, let's start
It's a
off
lot.
with the Kirk Franklin shit, man.
Hey man.
I found the tape. He called his son a bitch ass nigga.
Maybe he's a bitch ass nigga. But you
Woo.
33. What did you think was gonna happen? You thought you was gonna shame this man? Like, listen, you know how many times I've cursed my son out? You know how many times my daddy has cursed me the fuck out?
Shit, my mom ain't love you if she ain't cuss you out.
On God. Like, listen, if you
My
can't,
old man
if you can't take me to
definitely
that place,
cussed
I
me
don't give a
out.
fuck about you.
Yeah.
There was a regular occurrence of bullshit ain't about nothing. This is my daddy to say, damn near every other day to one of us. Whether
Right.
me, my sister, or my other brother. Hey man, bullshit ain't about nothing. And that was it. That was standard.
Yes.
Before you got to a real cuss now, if you really got to a real cuss now, like it's like, hey,
It's up there.
it's up there and it's stuck. You dig what I'm saying? It
Right.
ain't coming down. So for Kirk Franklin, first of all, let me say this. I hate to see any family feuding.
Especially in public.
But bro, that might not even
Especially
be
in
a
public.
feud. Like my mom would curse me out,
And-
then hug
Nah,
the kid.
yeah, right.
that
But
wasn't
he
that.
said
That
his
wasn't
son has been basically been a bitch ass nigga for a long
But
for a
time.
long
but this
time.
is my problem here. You 33 years old and you on the phone arguing. First of all, I don't argue with nobody. I definitely ain't arguing with no motherfucking kid.
Oh God,
Not none
Not
that I
mine.
had.
not mine.
So you on the phone and he like, is that a threat? You is that a threat? I wish you would do it. Like who says that to their parents? Y'all new motherfucking kids. Y'all
Y'all
way
different.
out of line.
Y'all
Y'all way out of line
That's
for
out of
real.
pocket.
My mother has been dead 12 years. And if I even dream about saying some of the stuff that I've heard kids say to their parents, I will be dead. I promise you, I'll wake up and be like, what the fuck? This just happened. Because my mother will not. She wasn't for none.
You know,
Definitely not cussing at me. Cussing at her. Baby, ooh.
Fathers and sons, right? There is a dynamic where the son at some point is always going to try. He's going to smell himself and try his dad. Just like same thing with the daughters and the mothers.
Yep.
They get to
Shit.
smelling themselves, and
I ain't trying Nina Griffin, I'm gonna tell you that.
you gonna
Suge did. Shot
And that was
from
enough.
her.
and that was you saw
I
what
That was
happened.
enough. That was enough.
I saw I got
My
knocked down
older
some
brother
stairs,
did
goddamn
with my
shit.
daddy, and that was enough.
Right.
No, ma'am.
And you know the thing about it
I know
is that happens in a lot of times. Just the nature of it all. The young lion is growing too big for the pride.
He
Well,
got to
at-
venture
at-
out on his own.
At which point, this is my pride, son. You gonna have to go on
Create your
and
own.
create your own,
Yep.
right? So if they've been, Shorty say, the nigga say him and his father relationship been like this for 15 years. Well, that means if you 33,
18,
you was about
since she was
17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Well, that was around the time where you was smelling yourself. And it's about time
I'm
for you
going
to
through it
move
right
on
now,
and do
baby.
your own thing.
My kid's smelling
Oh,
himself.
shit. Remember
Right.
Brian McKnight with his sons when he got remarried and his new
Oh.
y'all niggas is 30, y'all grown men. He gave y'all, look, I'm gonna put y'all up, pay for everything. This the amount of time y'all got to get on y'all feet.
But you know what? These kids these days ain't never heard no. They ain't heard no, so they so spoiled and they got a sense of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had to, like, I got a job at 15. I changed my birth certificate and got a job at 15. I went out there and got on my grizzly. You feel what I'm saying? So they ain't never had a job. They ain't never been able to go to Target and not put whatever they wanted in the bag. And then they get to a certain age and they like looking at you like, you owe them something. What I owe you, you better duck. That's what my mom used to say. Nigga.
I like that shit.
For real. So
I like
and
that
then what
shit
I
a lot.
what pisses me off about Kirk Franklin, because you got on there and you apologized because you was using some choice words. People in church that go to church every fucking Sunday,
You a
3
human
times a
being,
week,
man.
you cuss. We cuss.
But
I
he said
go to
that
church
he
from
said
time to
that as
time.
well. He addressed that as well. He said, "Man, I'm human.
Hell yeah.
I'm human,
I-
and I know I'm not perfect."
He had to apologize.
I wouldn't have
don't
said
think he-
shit.
Okay, let me
I don't
say
think
this.
he had to apologize.
Let me.
I
Say
know what
this.
you finna say, but go ahead.
Let me say this. Positions in life,
I hear you.
right? So when you're a minister, pastor, whatever, Kirk is actually very well revered, not just in the gospel community, but there's a mega church in Dallas that he's a member of. He's actually the youth pastor,
Okay.
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken. Tony Evans Church. It's a mega church. My mama go to that church down there in Dallas.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Huge. Kirk has his position there.
Right.
And in his position, this is not, you gotta understand. And I'm gonna tell you from the Christian point of view, because you know, y'all understand it. Y'all,
Well, 'cause
y'all may
we heathen.
subscribe. No, y'all, I
heathen. We
wasn't
heathen.
finna hit y'all with the
I
heathen
we
tag,
heathen.
take
but
it.
We here.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm a member of a
We
church.
y'all,
I ain't been in a while, but
y'all my heathen, y'all my heathen folks. So look,
we heathen folks.
yeah, heathen folks. So
I'm
dig.
a heathen lord.
Right, heathen Lord, heathen G, heathen Lord, heathen Lord behind the camera. All right, look.
I ain't folks.
So listen.
Too much GD shit going on.
Right, well, you
here.
know me and JB on that. Shout out to these
Gangbang
stars in
ass,
my neck.
childish ass niggas.
To the world blow shit.
To the world blow up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, in the Bible, if you're a regular lay member, some shit like this can happen, and no, you ain't got to say shit. You ain't got to respond to it. You ain't got to
Absolutely.
apologize for it. Nothing. But if you're in leadership, when you're in leadership, and this is where shit changes, and this is for any position. This is not just church.
Okay.
This is for the president. If you're the CEO of your company,
Well,
whatever it is, if you got
Trump,
if you got employees, you have a certain responsibility.
you right.
Let's go back to Kevin Hart.
Mhm.
Remember when Kevin was getting crucified over some gay shit? He said it was some shit he said
yeah.
about the
He
gays.
said something.
9
Talking
years
about
prior
his,
to
his son and joking with his friends though.
Right. But still, you understand they run Hollywood.
Facts.
So at which point, Kevin had apologized for the shit
Right.
years ago. And then when the Oscars came around, they was like, yeah, we gonna need you to apologize again. And Kevin said, I did it already. Leave me the fuck alone.
Fuck y'all.
Right.
Fuck y'all. And he stood on that shit up until his employees, which make him a lot of money, his gay employees said, hey, Kev, we feel some type of way. And I mean, we always defend you because we know who you are and we love you.
Right.
But the shit is getting real out of hand.
Right.
So that's at which point Kev went on his.
But he did that for his people. He ain't do that for.
So now,
Right.
let me take that and bring this to Kirk.
Okay.
Okay.
Kirk is probably past Andre Crouch as the most prolific gospel
Artist.
writer,
Mm-hmm.
producer, artist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the man does it all. Musician. Kirk is that nigga. When you
But Kirk was in the street, so I'm not surprised to hear him speak like that. That nigga so dope.
I'm
and
not
everything.
surprised.
right, but see, that's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when we talk about us.
Mm-hmm.
You're 45, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 42. We're no longer gangster disciples. We went into growth and development.
Right.
If we were still gangbanging and gangster disciples in our 40s, something would be fucking wrong with
Something's
us.
wrong.
Yeah.
Something is
really
fucking
Something's
wrong with us, right?
Right.
We have grown and developed. We understand that some moves that we make, our natural instincts, that shit ain't gonna work for the people that follow us.
Follow us, yeah.
Right? Our kids, our
Right.
wives, or whatever, our families, our natural instincts, we have to sometimes curtail that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Big facts.
And it's not, and at which point, because I know y'all saying he didn't have to say nothing. He didn't have to say nothing, but he did. Because
I'm
Kirk,
not.
because who Kirk is in this industry, there's nobody fucking hired. TD Jakes.
Yeah.
That's about it. Listen,
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
that's his position.
He ushered in that whole new age
I think
gospel
that.
way.
Thank you.
Right. I
So
agree.
that's why he had to say, I apologize for the words I use because I preach every day that you all should trust God. You all should use some restraint. You all should use some compassion. You all should hold your tongue at some point in time because this is what the word says.
With your
And
child,
then-
though?
No.
And that's the
I ain't
thing.
doing it.
Here is the ultimate betrayal. This is where I say, God damn it, fuck you, little nigga. Fuck these kids. But
On my soul.
at the end of the
For
day,
real.
I know he feel that way, and he's still his son.
Yeah.
That is
Hell yeah.
that is the fucking conundrum to have somebody that is your blood that you love, but fuck you.
Well, I've had that
Woo.
conversation with y'all, like off these.
I'm
like,
currently-
I was there.
I'm currently going through a tough, rough patch with my son.
Hold on. I'm going through that with a family member.
Right.
And hey nigga, guess what? I've given you ample opportunity to not be a fuck nigga in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I've given you ample opportunity to say, hey, we're family.
But before
We
I-
don't have to do this to each other.
Right.
And you still chose war?
But this is the thing. Before I have to go there and be so angry that I'm going back and forth with a child, because you're in my eyes always gonna be a child.
Always
I don't
gonna be
give a
my
fuck
child. I don't give a fuck,
if I'm
right.
90. you're still a child
Still my
under
child.
me.
On that.
So for me to get so and kids make you angry as fuck.
Huh.
They make you want to grab they motherfucking ass and choke them the fuck out. My mama used to say, "I brought you in this world, I'll take you out."
But listen, in the
And-
past 2 years, I done called this motherfucker so much.
You know.
Man.
So
Man.
they and I know I've made my mother terribly angry, and I don't even think I ain't think it was a big deal.
Right.
But for me to go back and forth, like I'm not finna get so angry with you, especially over the phone,
No doubt.
and because once I have to go there, click, and what you did, you know, the phone call wasn't that long, well, the taping wasn't that
The
long.
taping with it.
But I'm sure he had been going in for a nice amount of time
Before his daddy snapped.
Because Kirk said he tried to get the therapist on the phone or whatever. But you're 33, man. It's so simple for you to go ahead over there.
You a grown ass man, and at this point, you responsible for your traumas.
Yeah.
I did the best I could with what the fuck I had.
Yeah, it is.
And whether we can talk about whatever you feel I did wrong, but we gonna do that in a respectful manner, or we not gonna do it,
Or we not gonna do it.
You gonna catch these hands.
or I'm gonna lay hands on you.
Period.
Which I've done as well, and
Hell yeah.
I'm not proud of it. But like, listen, me and my son are good now. But y'all know I've had this discussion like off these cameras. Was like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, we're in a good space, and he's headed in the space where I need him to be headed to now. He gets it.
Right.
But my thing is like, listen, y'all don't know what people go through and sacrifice for their children.
They
and there's
don't.
always a bunch of young motherfuckers who ain't got no kids who's saying the most. Like, listen,
Shut the fuck up.
Until you get your
until you have given
stay
life,
out this lane.
preserved it, taken care of it, nurtured it,
Sacrificed
for it. You don't fucking know.
Period.
You don't know.
The fuck up.
So what I need y'all to do is shut the fuck up. And
Say it one more time.
that shit was released on purpose because this grown ass nigga wanted some sympathy, which is why y'all be fucking these young niggas up anyway, thinking that people give a fuck about them. Y'all don't give a fuck about that 33-year-old man. What y'all give a fuck about is y'all agenda. And when that shit leaves, he gonna be sitting there still trying to mend his relationship with his father.
Period.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you. And
I
that's the
remember
thing.
my mother always telling me, because my mother, I've always been a very outspoken person. I just didn't turn out like this. This is how I was. I've been like this since I was a kid. My mother used to say, you can say whatever you want to say, long as you say it respectfully.
Absolutely.
So I could ask her, like, if I came home high, she was like, Brittany, you high? I'm going to tell you now, but okay.
She know.
She knew I was high. And I had to ask her, I said, well, Mom, you glorified this. You said you took the train from the west side all the way to watch my daddy play basketball over the city. You had your little weed in your purse and you smoked your little joint on the platforms. And I said, why can't, I was able to have a conversation with her. So having a conversation, but I was never gonna go in. Mom, you used to smoke weed. What the fuck? What you mean? Hell no. Hell, that was not going to go over at all.
At all.
No.
So
Get the taste of it out your
and still to this day, like if my mother was here, it would be a whole different ball game. I still, as an adult, and she have not been always the right. Some things she has done wrong.
They human.
Absolutely, but at the same time, hey, Mom, I love you. Here, here your grandson. Me and you can't see eye to eye because you want me to do it your way. Guess what I'm gonna do? Ma, I can't live here. I'm gonna, go get my own. And I need you to respect my wishes. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna
Absolutely.
respect yours. But you motherfucking kids out of line, man. I done seen kids like y'all under the WP Act, white people. Because white people do that shit all the time to their parents.
Now it's not even white people. It's just the culture now.
Yeah, man. No kid I had.
Y'all at normalize. Here's the thing, like normalize, like not making your kids feel guilty. Man, fuck these kids. They ain't paid for shit. They ain't paid for shit.
Here go
They
Angry
ain't
Man.
sacrificed
Y'all
shit.
Y'all didn't unleash Angry Man.
Right. Y'all ain't sacrificed
I
shit.
knew it was coming.
Boy, fuck y'all.
I knew it was coming.
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Listen.
And fuck the adults that sit back, let them
co-signing that shit.
co-signing that bullshit, man.
We can't listen. I remember I was in the suburbs, right? I remember I was in the suburbs, and I was working loss prevention, and
Y'all going in.
This the
Y'all
Asian.
so rich. I love it.
Don't do that, B.
I love
don't do
it.
That, B. Look. No, I don't think I did. This the Asian dude. He stole a polo shirt, right? Now the polo shirt
Right. Oh yeah.
was $48. Don't feel.
I ain't.
The young man offered me $150 to let him go. I said, so you got $150 in your pocket right now? He said, yeah. Well, I slapped them handcuffs on him so fast. I said, man, go sit your ass down. So the police came in and they called his daddy. His daddy is a fucking surgeon. His daddy make
Ain't got
about
no business
$600,000 a year.
Stealing nothing.
His daddy, this short Asian man, walk in, right? I saw it coming. Now, I'm around white folks. They didn't see it coming. I saw it coming. He walked in with his fist balled up and his chest out.
Like Arthur.
Because he had to come from work.
Right.
He still had on this little doctor, whatever. He
Damn
said,
shit.
I give you credit card, and you're stealing? He like the K Shorty chest in. Boom! Right
Yeah.
there on the mouth.
Now
Shorty
fuck
said,
around.
the police said, sir, you can't. He said, get away from me. You will not tell me what to do with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Take
Yeah.
these cuffs off of him. Go home. All of your privileges are suspended until further notice. He was slapping him in his head. You know them Asian folks don't play.
Now
Yeah,
fuck
he
around.
I'm sitting there
Ooh,
like,
Lord.
look, I'm sitting there like, get him.
Shout out to my homeboy.
Get him.
Shout out to my homeboy Luke, that's Asian shit.
Yeah,
When I
though.
say he's scared of shit of his daddy, baby, he had the nerve to get a girl pregnant out of wedlock. That motherfucker took forever to tell that motherfucker. He was like, shit, fuck
I
that.
said, hey.
And this nigga was in his 40s, something else. I'm
Hey,
scared to tell
I'm
my
like,
nigga, you
listen.
live on your own.
Hey, Rod, he beat that
Shit,
boy all the way
they don't
to the
play.
car. And the police was like, I'm afraid. I'm kind of afraid and concerned for him. I said, for what? I said, that's that man's
That's
son.
what he's supposed
Sure.
I said, that's that
to
man's
do.
son. I said, y'all gonna tell him? I said, listen, that boy fresh from head to toe, and he in here stealing. Why?
For no reason. That's
Dumb
worse.
shit.
That's worse.
Dumb
than-
kid shit.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? I made a life for you. And this is probably why Kirk Franklin went off. Funny part about it is, when I heard the nigga say, I put my foot up your ass, I wouldn't say hallelujah. It still felt like church to me.
Won't he will?
Won't he do it?
Won't they do it? I
You know what I'm
shoot
saying?
this
Won't he
bitch
will?
up.
Won't he will? Come on, somebody.
When I heard him say
And
it,
the doors
I
of the church
thought,
are
I
open.
thought I was in church. And the nigga was talking about putting his foot up his son's ass. I said, this
You can
nigga
come
is
by letter.
this nigga is anointed.
Right.
Shit, that better be anointed
But
ass
at the end of the
whooping
day,
shit.
Kirk is probably saying, nigga, I gave you
Everything. Everything. Because we give our kids everything. We ain't want,
I
and
know
that's the
thing.
fucking problem right there.
Yep.
Therein lies the problem.
Because we didn't have
we ain't
much.
have much, so
So
we
we
giving
gave
them
you
more
everything.
than we. I didn't want to have to, have him working at 15. I want you to
Right.
focus on school. So guess what? Go ahead. I'm gonna give you everything. Get good grades. I'm gonna give you everything.
When I tell
We ain't making
you,
work for nothing.
When I tell you,
They don't
them
know-
niggas
they don't know
down
nothing how to
there
work for
and
nothing.
Them niggas down there in Texas, they money, it stretches longer. And if you got it, oh my God. I had a nigga that, one of my homies, shout out to Steve Blass. Steve Blass is a producer. He had 2 songs on Nelly's first album that went diamond at the time. It's probably damn near 15 million at this point, right? Country Grammar.
Okay.
Steve Blass married a young lady who worked for the Word Network. She was a producer for the Word Network, a television network that was gospel related. People didn't even know it's this much money in Christian programming. It's
I'm sure.
the money is so fucking long. I'm in Dallas with my mama visiting. Steve say, man, come by the crib, come kick it, bring your moms. I said, okay. We pull into the navigation where we going. My mama say, ain't no way you know nobody live in this neighborhood.
Damn.
I say, Ma,
I know
Just
some
keep-
people.
I know some people.
I know some people.
I know some people.
And this the homie. This ain't just an acquaintance. This the homie.
This my man's. This is the type of the house was so they had a theater room. He had a prayer room that was like a whole nother
Do it for us,
church.
Lord. Do it for us,
Let me-
Lord.
I got a room in the house
Do it
just
for
to
us,
go
Lord.
pray. And then I got a room in the house that's like at the AMC theater. He gave us popcorn and shit. Let me explain something to you. He was like, yeah, Fred Hammond lived around the corner that way. That was his house you passed. And Fred Hammond caked up.
Man,
Yeah, yeah.
But ain't
it,
nobody
man?
in gospel caked up like Kirk Franklin. Ain't nobody in gospel caked up like Kirk Franklin. When you get done
Right.
on the gospel entertainment music side.
Right.
So if this where Fred and them stay, imagine where Kirk raised his kids.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Imagine where Kirk raised his kids. Carry On didn't grow up in poverty. Carry On might have known 2-3 years,
Yeah.
maybe 4 years of poverty. And when you a kid, you don't even know you poor.
Hell no, you don't.
No,
You
I
just-
didn't. I was in the projects and I didn't know I was poor.
Shit.
You don't know you poor.
Hell no, shit. You just eating, drinking,
Eating,
and playing.
drinking and playing and
Learning,
living my
learning,
living my best life.
Man.
Yep, shit, being a baby. That's all you doing.
At the end of the day, I just want to say, I pray that their situation gets better.
Yeah.
Because nobody wins when the family feuds.
Oh, didn't
Absolutely.
I post that yesterday?
Nobody.
Nobody wins when the family feuds, man. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
like
Like-
at the end of the day, like, was what we have to all go back to when it comes to these family situations is that some shit just need to be stayed in the house. Like, yo, whatever your
man.
feud is, your
But-
whatever going on, you need to have that private conversation.
But it
and
can't,
when you
not
can't
with
do,
these kids.
yeah, because they record every
Because they
fucking
record
thing.
and put
God
everything
damn.
on. And that was the
Sick
thing,
of
like
them.
I used to tell my
I'm so glad it wasn't no fucking
son,
records.
Man,
when
I
we was
said,
out here.
I said,
these
nigga,
streets.
I used to
Ooh,
tell my
Lord.
son, I said, I gave you everything. Why are you doing this? I mean, I literally,
You
when
just
I
don't
say
got
everything,
shit better to do.
I gave you I mean everything. Everything I never had. Nigga, you got a closet full of J's. You dress fresh. You fresh in a motherfucker.
Boy,
like,
your hair tab is more than most people's lives.
on
Right.
my soul.
Just getting your hair done every week, every 2 weeks,
Was-
whatever it is.
Every week.
Right.
Like, nigga, like it like I've given you everything. All I asked was of you is that I lit the pathway, is that you run down that motherfucker and be great. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't ain't no
I mean,
pressure.
he's there now, but y'all know what it took.
What it took.
Y'all know
Yeah.
what I went through.
Yeah.
What it took,
Yeah.
man. So if y'all look at us right now, y'all say, damn, y'all not even considering what the kid going through. We considered it.
Fuck him.
When we parents.
Yeah.
And we know we know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying?
And anytime you grown as hell, you
This nigga
grown as
33.
shit, and you gotta have your conversation with your parents. I prefer
In the
if you
public?
33. Hey, don't
Man,
you ain't
go
got,
on
don't
over
even
there.
call me. No,
Go on over there.
if that's how you got to talk to me. I'm not talking to no kid and arguing back and forth about no shit. Because when I see you, I'm putting my hands on you. So when you get out of pocket, my mama used to be like,
Kirk
"Bitch,
said.
where you shit it is where you get it. If I catch you, it's gonna be a problem."
These hands are rated E for everyone.
And they really, I'ma say you. My mom used to say, "I'ma say your stupid ass from yourself," because you gonna say that shit to the wrong person and you gonna get fucked up. And they don't love you like I do, so I'ma fuck you up first.
True story. And and the end is on the gospel note. With these hands, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Facts.
All right, man.
Facts. You
What-
definitely, when your
hey,
daddy run into you, he need to lay him on you because you out of line.
Yeah,
you the out of pocket nigga of the week.
Yeah, you definitely the out of pocket nigga of the week. Goof
Okay.
ass dude, little dude.
Let's move. It's on site.
Man.
It's,
If it was me, it's on site.
it's definitely on site.
On site.
And Kirk a little nigga. I'm pretty sure he gonna
He gonna
honey
tear that
badger the
ass
shit
up.
out that little.
Man.
Yep, he is. a
Tasmanian
bouncer.
devil his ass
Yeah,
on right on
yeah.
up.
Shit.
Hey, all right, man. Let's pose this question, and I want to hear y'all opinions before I say anything, right?
Okay.
Is black culture losing its grip on hip hop?
Man, that's deep.
Black culture
I wanna-
losing its grip on hip
I
hop.
want to hear from either
Well,
one of y'all
I
first.
want you to elaborate on what you.
I want to hear from L
L,
first, and
okay.
then I want to hear from you, bro.
I won't say black culture's losing its grip because it's all black culture. Even no matter who's doing it,
It's ours.
they're
It belongs to us.
appropriating
Yeah,
the black culture.
but
So,
go ahead.
but I think what you're trying to say is, are black people losing control
Well, that's
over the art that we created?
well, if you listen to Thomas Sewell, right, and if you're familiar with,
I don't know what
Sewell,
Thomas Sewell.
Thomas Sewell, I'm give y'all.
Hit me
Thomas
to the game.
Thomas Sewell talks about this planet not really being race because there's only one race, right? And
Okay.
that's the human race, and that's true. You know,
Okay.
scientifically, things are more culture than anything, right?
Okay.
Right.
Oh, that person don't live here. This person that you just talked about your homie, where he lives. I guarantee you, it's droves of white and black people that live there, and they have a culture. And
Mhm.
somebody who's black from a certain walk of life ain't welcome there, right? and I don't
Right.
give a fuck what
or white, from a
Right.
poor
You see
white.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's more of a culture thing. So black culture birthed these things. Black culture birthed rock and roll. Black culture birthed blues. Black culture
Jazz.
birthed bebop and jazz.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything slick and groovy that this country has or this world has, we did it, right?
Absolutely.
And we've lost it all. And there are things that exist now within culture, right, that couldn't exist between, I'll just give you a span, between 1984 and 2004. Couldn't exist. When I asked you on the phone, I said, let's just think about 94 to 04. Could Tekashi and Academics exist in this culture?
Hell no, them niggas
No.
would have been murdered
They would have been murdered a long time ago.
long time ago.
This is what I'm saying. So now, to what I'm saying is, code is a must. Code of conduct, code of ethics is a must, right?
Okay.
White men understand this. This is why Larry Hoover and Jeff Forts will never see the street again, because they understand code. We listen to Chief Malik and Larry Hoover and Walter Wheat and people like that.
And currently listening to Farrakhan.
Right,
honoring-
right.
Right.
And like I tell people all the time, I'm not a Muslim, but I will defend the brother minister like I would my own father. I love him that much. Shout out to the homie Antoine Muhammad, a.k.a. Twan Gabs, for putting us in a room together, because I never got to know Farrakhan on the level like I did that day. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I think it was Savior's Day about 7 years ago.
Yeah,
I said,
remember
man,
remember the pictures.
This is a great fucking man, and we need to protect him at all costs. And I don't agree with everything that he says, but he's so pertinent to the culture that he has to be protected, right?
Yes.
So my thing with this is, code is, white men understand it, white women understand it. This is why white women voted for Trump. Like, code of ethics is, we grew up by a certain like, whether you was a GD, a Vice Lord, a Four Corner
We
Hustler,
were men
a
before
Blackstone,
anything.
like, you had a certain set of laws and policies that you had to abide
Your
by,
creed,
right?
yeah.
That you had to abide by. These things, to this day, we apply these principles, and these things make us men, right?
Right.
So the government knew this. This is why they needed these niggas off the street. Hip hop culture was the same way.
It was.
Right? It was. But now,
Jay Prince. Shout out to Jay Prince.
yeah,
Shout
Jay
out to,
Prince, Tony Draper,
Yep.
fucking shit, Suge Knight at a time.
Yep.
Even all these people. So my thing is this: that code of conduct and code of ethics stood tall, but now you have all of these fucking like Jewish people putting their kids in play, and now they telling people, oh, you don't have to abide by this. This is what it is. This is what it is. Like, listen, ain't no goofball who ain't never spent the day around that culture or this code of ethics finna tell me what's G and what's not, or what's acceptable and what's not where I live. Because hip-hop ain't just the music. It's the way that I walk. It's the way that I talk. It's the way that I dress. This shit was bred of urban culture of black and
Absolutely.
brown people.
Yes.
You understand?
So I'm going to say this: the hand of the Jewish record executive has always been in our black music history.
Yeah.
I get that. But again, those people were gangsters.
They were.
Right.
That's why that code stood. But now that
And
children,
their children and their children's children are just fucking spoiled brats
thank you.
There it is.
who were grandfathered in.
See how we just brought that back around to
To
fucking
this
Kirk
wealth.
Franklin?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Again.
So
It's a lot of sucker shit going on. And it's a lot of sucker shit being condoned. That motherfucker Academics, I can't stand to see him.
and
He gets on my fucking nerves.
Yeah.
I damn near I rolled up on some of his something he was talking about this morning. I just had to end the video because he crazy. He a
But
suck ass nigga. He
that
always
goes
saying some
to-
dumb ass shit that don't make no sense. I don't even know how he got a platform.
But that goes to because suck ass niggas run the industry. Have been
Yeah.
running the industry.
Yeah.
And this
But
has
they
been a
knew how
long-
to stay in their lane and in
They-
the shadow.
Right.
Yeah.
They were in the shadows before, but now they bold.
But see, they ain't never got punched in their motherfucking mouth.
Again, Hey, look,
That's
hey,
what it is. You saying some shit, but you ain't never got punched in your mouth. When you get punched in your motherfucking mouth, you gonna learn to stop speaking out of turn.
I don't know if y'all watch Hip Hop Uncovered yet,
I
but
haven't.
Haitian Jack said the things that are happening now are happening due to lack of discipline.
Yeah, it
There were
does.
consequences. We've made consequences bad. Consequences are not a bad thing.
No.
If you was out of line, you got handled.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Point blank,
mean?
period.
And that's
And-
why I be sitting back looking at this boy Tekashi like, you talking way too much for nobody ain't put their hands on you yet.
A nigga running around with like 30 police officers.
Yeah,
so.
but still,
But
I don't
you
even
know
understand
back
why
in-
you keep
niggas-
antagonizing people and shit. Leave people
Niggas
the
got
fuck
hit
alone.
with the police around.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah. So
there
that's
was
what
a
I'm saying. It's
time.
like this shit is crazy to me.
And that was not that long ago.
And let me tell you something. Here's what's going to happen. And I try not to wish death on nobody.
But it's coming.
It's
But
coming.
some motherfuckers deserve that shit.
1 + 1 is always going to equal 2.
Yeah. It's coming.
Tekashi is going. There's going to be.
It's gonna be a time where ain't nobody gonna be there.
He's not going to be here. And that's because he is.
But he know that. That's why he trying to remain loud.
Yeah, but he also knows that.
But it's so
you can't
easy.
keep flirting with the Grim Reaper and not get fucked.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. You cannot keep flirting with the Grim Reaper and not get fucked.
Period.
100.
There's motherfucker. We seen everybody do it.
And
Pac
yeah.
Pac flirted with the Grim Reaper for years.
Yeah.
People try to gloss over the fact that for all the real nigga shit Pac did, he did an equal amount of fuck
The
nigga
sucker
shit.
shit.
He did.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He did an equal amount of fuck nigga shit.
And not only that, my whole thing with the Tekashi situation and shit, like this ain't even something you got to talk about. I thought this was about music. I mean, making some
But
money
he's trying
in
to
music.
glorify snitching. He's trying to like tell people
That
like,
shit is
oh,
dumb.
why he snitched and shit. Like, listen,
You
bro.
snitched, you went to jail for whatever little time, come on home and get back to the
Rats will
business as
never
usual.
be cool.
Period.
And that's the thing. You're trying to create a culture within a culture that doesn't respect rats. Like, nigga, listen, you got that jacket on your back forever. Because I always tell motherfuckers, when we was in the street and gangster shit was done to us, we went and did gangster shit back. You know what I'm saying?
blank.
Or we sat down and shit got talked out
about,
and
yeah.
shit got squashed. But what we didn't do,
Point
we
blank,
didn't
period.
talk to the police. We didn't talk to the police. Now, if you was a square and a civilian, by all means, snitch. Ain't nobody judging
That's not
you
even
for that.
snitching because you're not involved. Snitching. Hold on. Let me stand up.
Go ahead, bro. Talk your shit.
Let's be clear. The definition of snitching, because motherfuckers got this shit confused,
Man,
Yeah.
don't they?
misconstrued and shit.
Yep.
The definition of snitching is if you are involved
Absolutely.
in the activities that
You
are
can't.
going on,
Right.
and then you get caught,
And then you go tell
And
them
they
other
say,
motherfuckers that also did some shit.
we'll give you something off your time, or we'll completely exonerate you if you tell us what we want to know about that nigga.
Yep.
Right.
That is snitching because you were involved in
With
the
the shit.
caper,
Right.
in the shits.
You was paying niggas to shoot at niggas, and then you told on them.
Now watch this. So for people who are saying, "Oh, they snitched," no, they didn't. They were not involved.
These is regular
this
ass
little old
civilians.
lady who house y'all was selling dope in front of, nigga. She was not involved in no
I'm
shit.
snitching. I'm telling
It's
you,
not
I'm
snitching.
not no shooter. And I listen. If you come shoot up my shit, I'm calling the police. I am. I'm going to call the police if I can't get to my shit first. But I'm going to shoot back at you. But I'm just saying, I'm calling the police because I need the paperwork. Because when I kill you, I just need the paperwork. Hey, you came over here fucking with
CYA,
me.
baby, cover your ass.
Cover your
Shit,
ass.
so I'm telling you, I need this paperwork for this because this nigga come back over here is on.
It's up.
But
So
ultimately,
that's not snitching because
yeah,
you
I'm
were not involved
yeah,
in
I'm
the
not,
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not in. Yeah, you come fuck
Right?
with me. I'm yeah.
Snitching is
Buddy
me-
was neck deep in the bullshit, though.
neck deep in it. Snitching is me and Jay selling dope together.
And
The
then you
police
get
pull
caught.
up on us. I jump behind the bushes. The police grab Jay. Jay walk past and say, "L, they caught us."
Hell no, they ain't catch me.
Right.
Come on out,
caught
L,
you,
they
nigga.
caught us.
Right. It'll never happen.
They ain't catch me, nigga.
I'm gonna take my football numbers like a man, cause I've listen. That's all I know. That's all I grew up around. So I tell motherfuckers all the time. My homies from motherfucking Madison. My homies off Madison. My family off Madison. My homies motherfucking from off Cermak. My motherfucking homies from off Jackson. My homies from the courts. Like, I grew up around gangsters,
shit.
nigga.
I got a story to tell. I was in college and I'm a felon. I got a forgery on my record.
Okay.
In the mall playing cards, right? So I'm in there playing cards. I get busted, but I don't got the bags.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker with the bags gone. Go head on. You know what I'm saying? They know that they done took my picture around to the stores. They like, bitch, where's the shit? You know that, but you don't catch me with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I go down for using the car because I was using the car. But the person that had the bags, I ain't never go in and say, yo, these people don't want the shit back. They want
you.
They want my ass. You know what I'm saying? They want me to come pay this restitution or whatever. Why would I go and say, well, yeah, she went with me? Well, it ain't no point for both of us getting fucked up. I'm busted.
Right. I got caught.
You know what I'm saying? I got caught.
Because we both knew the risks
when we
was doing what we was doing.
them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
So
so
at the end
yeah,
of
I'm
the
not.
day, no,
I'm not
I'm
gonna be
not-
like, yeah, she need to go with me too. Nah, bitch, I got busted and she ain't get busted. And no purpose of us both. You know what I'm saying? Going down for the shit. One of us going down. I'm going down. I got busted.
Listen.
Come on, man.
And listen, shout out to Pusha T when the niggas said they been trying to tie me to the Balco, too many clicks in the dial tone. Man, I'm my city's Willie Falcone. How you niggas celebrate now, Po? You disgust me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
disgust me.
Yeah.
Like, listen, there was a code of ethics, there was a code of conduct, and there was a code of ethics and code of conduct in hip hop because you can't take hip hop away from the streets. That's what it was born at. That's what it was tied to. And it was motherfuckers created that shit to stop, like, you know, to give motherfuckers something to do besides having gang fights and stabbing each other and beating each other
no
with
damn
bats
reason.
and shit like that. Black and Puerto Ricans in the Bronx. So it was bred of that culture and bred of the streets. So it came with that. It came with that code of ethics. It came with that honor code, right? So my thing is, you don't even catch me around other honorable men. Not around other honorable men, and more importantly, you don't even catch me not around honorable people.
Right.
Period. You know what I mean?
Integrity is the must.
If I feel like you're not a man or woman of respect, you can't even have my time.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is what I always tell y'all as a football coach, 90% of my time was spent breaking these niggas out of these fucking like constructs that this newfangled society put on them. I'm like, dude, you're a man, you're a young man, and you're black. I know they telling you that you need to do this, and then you get out in the world and nobody gives a fuck, and then you mad and you got a pistol and you want to shoot up everything. I'm telling you early that nobody gives a fuck, and you have to fucking rise and shine and fucking grind and
Every
succeed despite that, right?
Every day.
You have to go into this knowing that nobody gives a fuck about you. And I argue with chicks all the time about one thing you not gonna tell me is how to exist in the space as a fucking young man or a man, because you ain't never been here. You understand me?
Absolutely
You
not.
ain't never been a black man. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you ain't a black young, if you're not a black man child or a black man, you've never been that. If you ain't a brown man child or a brown man, you've never been that. So what you not gonna do is hinder me from telling these young men how to exist in these fucking spaces. Cause you telling them that it's like this when I know better. So I'm gonna get them the tools to cope early. You gonna get them the tools to fuck them up, and they gonna shoot up everything when it don't go the way you told them.
Because they're emotional.
Yes. They are.
Let's we can talk about this. As a black
Can
man,
we take a little break?
as a black you have to, yeah, as a black man, our emotions have never been our friend.
No, they're your worst enemy.
Your emotions
They'll get you
are
killed.
your worst enemy. It's going to get you killed and or locked up
Incarcerated for a long period of time.
because your emotions, and I mean the whole gamut of emotions. If it's your ego, if it's your anger, if it's your hurt, right? Because niggas do act out of hurt a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit don't work out for them either.
Nah.
You listen. You have got to curtail your fucking emotions
Facts.
or die.
Facts.
There's no other. There ain't no in between. Curtail your emotions, be in control of your emotions, or fucking die. As a black man, that's it. That's all. And the reason why these young niggas are getting football numbers for murders, and you be looking at these niggas like, why the fuck did he do that? His ego.
He wearing his mama's emotions, or
He
his
wearing his
auntie's
mama's,
emotions, or his
auntie's
big
emo-
sister's
come on.
emotions, or his grandma's emotions. The motherfucker who I don't give a fuck what you tell me. You can't teach these young men how to be young men, or you can't teach them because you ain't never been it. You ain't never existed in that space. You know what I'm saying? I see women say all the time, oh, men need to stay out of women's business. Well, let's flip that. Women need to stay the fuck out of men's business because you ain't never existed in that space, right? You understand what I'm saying? For me, I spent a lot of time, and I had so many mothers who fought with me initially come and thank me after the fact. What did you do? Shout out to the brother minister because he once said, like, listen, you get these boys in these situations, in these schools, in these group homes or whatever, and what you have is a lot of liberal white men, gay liberal white men, and liberal white women trying to reach them, and they can't say anything to them. But I walk in with none of your degrees and none of your experience, and they listen to everything I have to say. You know why? I look like them.
Yep.
I come from where they come from. You understand? I've been through what they are currently going through. Their future is my past. I've been there before.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? So listen, you will. There's a perfect saying. I don't remember who said it, but the man with experience is never at the mercy of the man with an opinion. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So listen, I wake up black and male every day. I live black and male every day. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't tell me a motherfucking thing about how I exist and where I exist and my place in society. I have to wake up and look at myself in the mirror every day and self-evaluate and self-correct.
I got to walk into every room every day as a threat with a target on my back.
Absolutely.
And
even more so because you went to school and you educated. Same here, right?
Yep.
L as a 6 feet, 6'1", like, 200 plus, me as a 6'2", 250 plus pound dude, like extra dark. When I walk in, before I open my mouth, I'm threatening. We went around in the school and said, hey, to these white liberal women that are teachers, hey, if our players are doing XYZ, come to us. Let us know. We'll correct it. We want to work with you. You know what they did? They went to the principal and said they felt intimidated by us coming to them. Just saying, hey, we're here
Just to help.
Yeah, we're here to help you. They said, hey, I don't feel comfortable with these black men talking to me about these black boys, right? You understand what I'm saying? Basically, that's what they said. I don't give a fuck how you try to spin it. I don't feel comfortable about these two black men coming to me, shout out to Carlos, coming to me and talking to me about these black boys.
Damn.
I feel intimidated, and I would like it to stop.
It's very unfortunate that we don't have more men like you guys. I mean, shout out to, you're doing good, excellent work with the kids, the shorties. These boys need it. I've never seen so many boys just angry at the world. Like yesterday, 15 people were shot, 2 people killed at a party.
Park Manor.
For what? What is it about?
Emotions, man. Like, listen.
Like that to me is so fucking tragic. Like, and shout out, y'all grown motherfuckers is wrong. Y'all know them kids got guns in y'all house. Y'all not checking them motherfuckers. Y'all not checking their bags. Y'all not trying to see what they own. Them kids don't got no place. They don't own no homes and got no apartments. They coming in they coming in y'all house with them Dracos and them motherfucking.
And y'all know who they are.
And y'all know who they are. And they just go shoot up a party, 15 motherfuckers for nothing. It couldn't have been about nothing. They probably ain't even get who they was looking for. Like, y'all motherfucking parents, y'all fucked up, man.
Who ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody ain't go home to their parent last night. Because it wasn't us 40-year-old motherfuckers in there. It wasn't us. I ain't go nowhere yesterday.
I was in clown makeup shooting a horror movie. Shit.
You know, so and that's why it scares me. Motherfucker asked me, was I going to Atlanta for All-Star? For what?
For what?
I'm 42 years old. I'm not finna put on the Puss in Boot shorts and you know, I'm be in the line with the Thundercats. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to wrestle to get into a club so that all this motherfucker smoke weed and hookah and my throat fucked up and you know I'm out. The niggas is throwing dollars. I'm too old for that. But y'all parents is letting these motherfucking kids do whatever they want to do. And motherfuckers is losing their lives innocent. Like, I'm scared for my nephews and son to come home and say they want to go out because it ain't the same.
Man, I'd be terrified.
It ain't the same. And I can't hold him to my chest because he do need to experience some things. But my son will be 19. My nephew will be 18. They gonna want to go do some shit. But they ain't gonna want to go to the family den with me. Right. They gonna want to go where the money is being thrown at.
All the
where the bottles is being
right.
popping at. They don't want to come sit down and hang out with me. They want to go where the hoes is at.
Cause I'm lame and I'm old and this
I'm
shit
old.
lame.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So my babies, they don't know nothing about that. And my babies will end up fucked up behind your stupid ass kid. And out here with guns and shit. Come on, man, y'all.
Hold on, let me say something to the brothers out here, man. Shout out to my homie Tim Greer out in California. Well, Mook. That's what nigga, you Mook to us from the lot in 43rd, but you out in Cali, you know, man, he said the most prolific shit to me ever. He said, bro, I'm just as responsible for your son as you are for mine.
Yep.
Because all it take is one motherfucker that wasn't raised right to take either of our sons away from us.
Absolutely.
And he was like, so when motherfuckers tell you they ain't respond, and I ain't talking to the women, I'm talking to men.
Talk to the men.
Black men, brown men in your communities
talking
right
to
now.
Us.
I'm talking to the brothers right now. Uh-huh. My Mexican brothers, my black brothers, my Puerto Rican brothers, my Dominican brothers, my Cuban brothers.
Even the white brothers.
Even because
them too.
Them niggas down south shooting and selling meth like crazy. My son in meth country. He done told me some shit. So they getting down how they live down there too. But what I'm saying is all of the men, listen, you do not have the luxury to say that ain't your problem and you ain't responsible. Because all it take is one motherfucker who wasn't raised correctly to take your son from you and change your life. And some of these motherfuckers grow up to be in the streets, other ones grow up to be in corporate, and a lot of them grow up to be police officers. So you are responsible. You understand what I'm saying? Like somebody raised Derek Chauvin to put his knee on that man's neck for 8.5 minutes and kill him. So you need to reach that motherfucker before he gets a badge and a gun and feels like justified in what the fuck he does.
Right.
Again, all it takes is one motherfucker who wasn't raised correctly to take
your child life.
And if you take my child life, I'm throwing mine away. And everybody knows that about me.
Mine too.
My life is over. I'm throwing that shit in the trash can, nigga. They can give me 130 years. I wouldn't give a fuck.
And single mothers, you know, I'm gonna speak to y'all. I tried to do a good job of bringing, you know, influential men around my son on a regular basis. You know, shout out to Gino. You know, he was in AAU for the Demons, and shout out to Jay. You know, and Clem, and you know, they some fucking assholes and they some jerks of shit. But they, you know, they ain't let them throw their life away. They ain't tell them the bad shit about what's going on out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? They did, you know, give him some game for the little time he was in Chicago, with me, and now he's with his dad. But that's a whole nother story. But get you a man in your life. Not even a brother, a play brother, put them in these sports, try to put them in some organized stuff with some people that, you know, not necessarily already learned some shit, but it's going to teach them how to, you know, deal with their emotions. Cause I'm not a dude. So what he was going through, hold on, let me put you with Jay now. Let me have Clem come around. Let me send you to
you see, I always wanted him around me.
Right. So ultimately, if you ain't got no brothers, no real brothers, put him in some sports teams with some people that, you know, can kind of guide him in the direction where he need to go as far as being a man. Because we can't do it. I'm gonna tell y'all that we can't teach them how to be men.
Mari and Robbie had an issue, and I pulled them outside like I would do Isaac and Robbie. I said, y'all
brothers.
niggas, I said, y'all brothers.
That's
y'all
all y'all
gonna talk. And I made them talk that shit out. And they hugged it out and they talked it out, and that was it. My thing is this. Like, honestly, get out your son's way and let him build with male figures that's gonna be beneficial in his life. You understand me? That has to happen, and it really, really has to be a thing. Because this code of ethics is important. It can save your fucking life.
Yep.
And like let someone put that code and those ethics in your son's life. If you can't do it, allow it to be done. You know what I mean? Under your supervision, where they can't harm your kid and no shit like that. Because there's some creeps out here, but we ain't talking about them. Fuck them niggas. They need to be executed. What I'm talking about is real men who do real man shit and who is going to help make your fucking son a better young man, so he ain't out here shooting up a whole party with 15 fucking people who ain't had shit to do with nothing get shot.
That's fucking
Period. So,
and moving along.
Moving right along.
Last topic of the day. It's another black culture question like that's been asked. Do y'all feel that as much as social media has helped black culture, has it hurt black culture?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It does. And I'm gonna tell you why. Everything is on display.
For cap.
You know,
cap.
everybody
Cap on this app.
Everybody record every motherfucking thing. I saw a man fall out on the bus stop, and before a person picked up the phone and said 911, they was recording him.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know if the man had a heart attack. I don't know what happened, but the man, I was in my car. I'm at the light, and he passed out. And maybe people had their phones out before. Ain't nobody said, hold up, let me help you. Nobody will try to give him no mouth to mouth. Nobody. I'm sitting there like for a split second, and everybody was recording. I ain't see nobody with the phone up to their ear and say, hey, this man just passed out.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, everything is on display. I've even had to pull myself back. If you notice, in the last 2 weeks, I haven't done a live.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can be doing too much sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta curb my adultness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to be, you know, like every day I try to get better. I ain't no motherfucking saint or no, you know, I
love
shit.
you because you know how to self-correct.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Who wants to do it wrong? Nobody wants to do it wrong.
I love it.
So, you know, everything is being recorded. Everything is taped. Everybody, I despise a person getting on live crying. That bothers me.
What the fuck are you?
Like when I cry by myself. I feel weak when I cry. I don't want nobody to see that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I was always taught cry in private, celebrate in public.
Yeah, I don't. If I'm, you know, I lost. Shout out to my family. Rest in heaven, Auntie Ruby. You know, I wanted. Yesterday, I just needed to talk to my mom. And I didn't go nowhere. It was a bad day for me yesterday. But I cried. But you will never catch me on live.
About what more do you want from me? I'm sorry. I am sorry. I had to.
I knew it was coming. I didn't know if I was going to do it or if Jay was going to do it.
I fuck with Tyrese, but nigga,
Tyrese,
you was out your body.
That was lame that day. That was real lame. I liked you, Tyrese.
Talking about code of ethics, we don't.
Listen, man.
We don't do that here.
We gonna do that.
We about to trade you, nigga. You was gonna be able to get this pussy, but you blew it with the crown.
He off the team. He off the team.
Yeah, I had to trade him for somebody else. I can't do the nigga that would get emotional on tape. Hilarious. Don't cry. Why y'all crying on live? Like I listen, man. I know it's some bad shit going on, but that shit is for likes and compare. You want motherfucker, instead of calling your homegirl and being like, bitch, I'm having a whole day, bad day. Instead of you calling your nigga and saying you having a bad day, you gonna get on this motherfucker for people that don't like you, don't know you, don't give a fuck about you to be crying. Man,
my weakest moment is for my wife. That's it.
I don't even feel like feeling weak around a motherfucker, let alone
me neither. But
For
like
the whole streets, for the streets.
she seen me in my most vulnerable moments, and those was losing my aunt, my daddy, and my mama. Like I was a mess about my mama, and
Yeah.
like you know, she used to me being a strong person, but respect to her because she was just like, man, I can't relate, but whatever it is and whatever you need, I got you.
Period.
I don't even know what you need or how we gonna get through this, but just know I got you. And that was enough for me. You know what I mean?
I had my nephew, my brother's son, maybe about a month ago. And he just had like a quick little breakdown. He couldn't find his little Yoda that I bought him, and it was in the house, but he just cried. He just was like, TT, I can't find it. And he just had a whole little, and I said, baby, we gonna find it. But at the end of the day, it's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to have a bad day.
Yeah.
And if Auntie got to go buy you another one, we're going to do that. But it's something else going on. You know, you could talk to me about whatever it is. And he's young. He don't know how to channel his
Right.
emotions. He don't know how to express what was going on.
Right.
But he had a little sad moment. And I'm like, baby, whatever we need to do, we're going to fix it. But it's okay to have a sad moment. Stop telling these boys they can't, you know what I'm saying, they can't come to you and when they having a bad day. They having a bad day.
Because if not, they're gonna turn on the camera, and you don't want that.
And we definitely don't want that.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Shout out to the wife, man. She was mad as fuck, and I was mad too. Like, Ike lost like 6 of his friends in less than 3 months.
Damn.
But I told him, I said, listen, this shit that you chose when you get out of high school, a lot of shit that y'all think is for play, niggas gonna die behind.
Yep.
He wasn't even out of high school a good 2 months before niggas started getting they shit knocked back. He's like,
For
what the
nothing,
fuck?
too.
I ain't never been through this. I said, but son, you chose this. I said, you didn't have to go this route. I said, you are the best athlete in your conference by far, by leaps and bounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you chose to be around street niggas.
And they have to find their way.
Right. I said, you chose that. This is what comes with it.
This is what comes with it.
This is what comes with it, right?
Man.
And so I say
Yeah.
that to say, nigga was in his room, right? As he got mad and frustrated, punched a hole in the wall. Now I wasn't that mad. I was just like, nigga, stop doing shit that costs me money, right? So Liz was like, why would he do that? He don't give a fuck about us. Because that's what she went. And now for me, I said, well, here's the perfect lesson for me to teach him how to plug a hole in the wall.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, you're going to take your money, you're going to go get the drywall,
So-
you're going to go get the mud and the
Right.
tape, and you're going to
We
put this
go to-
shit, and
so I
and the
showed
paint
him
all.
how to
nigga,
stuff the shit,
Yep.
how to screen it, how to mix it, how to
Yeah.
put the drywall up. And Liz was like, I want him to sand that. I said, you got to go back to school. I sand this shit, but I need him to know, the process. So I'm showing him the process. And he learned how to do it. I'm like, listen, as a nigga who done punched a hole in a couple walls and fixed them, like, listen, it wasn't a big deal to me, but I understand her anger.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And that is why it's so important to have a mother and a father
In the household.
in the household.
Definitely.
I wish I could have done it right. I wish I could have done
I
it
wish
that
I
way,
could have done it right.
right? Because when you're able to have the balancing between the mother's emotions and nurturing
Yep.
and the father's guidance
And
strength, you can actually balance that out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he sees his mother's worry and tears. And like the thing is, as tough as that dude pretends to be, he's a fucking mush for his mama. You know what I mean? Like, we see her crying. I say, like, now he'll hold her back, but she crying and worried about him, and his eyes get watery. I'll be like, look at these two motherfuckers right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he like if she a mess, he a mess. And that's the thing. I'm like, he not a bad kid, but like for me, I'm just like for me, I'm like, look, I just like I was like, yo, hey man, stop doing shit that costs us money. Because you ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an athlete. Go do that. I said, but I made like, look, come on out here. I showed him how to mix the motherfucking drywall and how to, how to plug that shit up, put the little installation back in there.
That I
Plug,
know
like,
absolutely nothing
you know what
about.
I'm saying? Put the screen up.
Shit, pay for it.
Put the little screen up. Put that shit over there.
Yeah.
And then Liz was like, oh, when you gonna sand that? I'm not even sanding it till he come back. Cause I like, you know what I'm
let
saying?
it dry, yeah.
Yeah,
You might need
but
to put a
it's
little more
dry.
on anyway.
But he'll be back, he done with school April 30th. So I'm like, she's like, oh, I'm like, And I ain't even say shit to her yet, so she probably gonna find out when she watch this. I'm not even sending that shit till he come back because I you know what I mean? Like,
right. He needs to do it. It's his responsibility.
This is
gotta fix your fuck ups.
This is lesson learning, and then this is giving him a quick little skill that just shit you gonna need to know how to do. Because I laughed. I sent him this shit, and he laughed. It was like, listen, Gen Z dudes are just as toxic as Gen X dudes and boomers. They just don't know how to fix shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still punch holes in, and there's some girl tweeted this. She said they still punch holes in walls. They just don't know how to plug it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, now he knows how to plug the shit. But back on this this whole, like, for me, how social media has hurt us.
Yeah.
Because again, it goes back to staying on code. Let's take Coming to America, right? The sequel. If you didn't like it, that's cool to say, right? Say, nah, it wasn't for me, I didn't like it, and keep moving. But what social media has done has given everybody a microphone and a voice when everyone doesn't need one. Because what motherfuckers don't understand, niggas think I'm an asshole and I say whatever. Like I said, if you think the shit I say is bad, you should hear the shit I dial back and don't say, right? Because with a platform comes responsibility. With a microphone comes responsibility, especially no matter how you try to shirk it and say, oh, man, fuck this shit, especially when you look like any of us. Right. There's a level of responsibility that comes with that, right? So my thing is, if I don't like something, I'll say it wasn't. I ain't care for it, and I'm going to keep it pushing. But motherfuckers feel the need. I've watched so many people try to tear this movie the fuck down. Eddie gave motherfuckers 6,000 jobs. 6,000 jobs were created for that movie. 6,000 for people who wasn't necessarily working during the pandemic.
Or you ain't seen in years.
You ain't seen in years. 6,000 jobs, right? This is what it did. Gave motherfuckers 6,000 jobs. On top of that, you saw people that you haven't seen in years. You know what I mean? Also, it was just great that he's in the green light game where he can green light a fucking movie. You know what I mean?
Congratulations.
And you know, they can do things like this. Him, Will Smith, and a few others that they gonna get a green light no matter what the fuck they do.
Right.
So they in that position. So I know the code is, even if I don't like this shit, I'm not gonna tear it down because I understand the greater importance of it. But everybody wants to build their platform off of tearing some other shit down. Oh, this shit is popular. So if I tear this down, I usually only get 12 or 15 likes. I can get 600 likes by motherfuckers who feel like this, a bunch of hating ass motherfuckers who want to tear shit down. I can get 600 likes.
Break it down. Go ahead.
I can get 600 likes by tearing this the fuck down. I don't get people like, oh, you hating on people or bashing people who don't like this. No. What I'm doing is holding you accountable for not staying on code. Everybody understands the code but us.
You know what?
But us.
Jay-Z said it best. Cost you nothing, pay me, you don't mind. So at the end of the day, for me, if it's something that I can go down my timeline, I don't like everything that's on my timeline. But guess what? I ignore it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I ignore it and keep going. You know what I'm saying? What's the problem? People, it's so many miserable ass people out here. It's so many critics out here. Like, you spend your day every day critiquing another motherfucker. My pastor said it best. If you spend 50% of your time minding your own business and the other 50% of your time leaving mine alone, you can get your own shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey man, shout out to Pastor Boyd.
Yes, Lord. So at the end of the day, like, what I do shouldn't matter to you at all. You either like it or you don't.
The end.
And I ain't asked you for your opinion. I ain't asked you for none of that. Stop inserting yourself in shit that don't mean you nothing. That was so many black people in that damn movie, man. I ain't fall out the bed laughing, but I love to see the growth. I love the fact that Rick Ross got a motherfucking house that they filmed in.
And you know how good that had to feel to him as a movie you watched as a shorty, like, nigga, they shooting this shit at my Eddie house. Murphy. This Arsenio Hall. This is, I don't give a fuck if the movie sucks.
Man, listen.
Tracy Morgan, motherfucking Gladys Knight.
Feels amazing. And the check.
The motherfucker, he probably paid for the house with the motherfucking film money. They rented your shit out to do, man, shit. I think I saw he paid like what, $3 million or something for that.
No, that
house?
was more than $3 million.
It was more than 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I seen $3 million.
that's-
Maybe he just bought a new house.
No, that was $3 million. They was $3 or $4 million they gave him to film
Oh.
for the house.
No, he
The
just bought a
house-
Sotomayor house or somebody's house.
So that's what he bought for
Oh,
$3
$3
million.
Okay.
What
I'm about to say
saying
shit.
is that house was $22 million when Evander Holyfield paid.
Oh, okay,
Bought it
okay.
back in the 90s.
Okay.
So I don't know what Rose paid for, but
Okay.
it definitely wasn't no $3 million.
Okay. I know I just saw $3 million somewhere.
Yeah, no, he just bought Amari Stoudemire's house somewhere. Was it Phoenix?
Shit. That's the check you bought the new house with. He said he paid cash. I said, this
Yeah.
nigga's getting it.
Yeah,
But,
And why
you
not?
know, like all them black people that was in that movie,
yeah.
man, just to see it, that's black excellence, baby. I don't even think it was one white
Do
dude
y'all
in
realize
the
the
movie.
motherfucking payroll
see
and the
it.
money that exchanged hands for that shit? So I always said, like, listen,
And-
if you didn't like it, say you didn't like it, but you don't have to tear shit down.
And I ain't even gonna front. Eddie Murphy, man, you gonna go down in history as having the best motherfucker Harlem Nights, Life, America, goddamn,
Boomerang.
Boomerang, shit,
Metro was dope.
Who?
Coming to
I
America,
remember Metro.
goddamn
Him
it,
and Thandie
Trading
Newton,
Places.
he played a cop. Him, Michael Rappaport were partners, and like that was dope. That was
Eddie
like
Murphy did?
Vampire
Yeah,
in Brooklyn.
That was like
Vampire.
Goddamn it.
97. Vampire in Brooklyn.
Trading Places.
Places.
All of the goddamn Beverly Hills Cops.
48 hours.
Mhm.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Come on, man. Man, you up there. You up there with Denzel to me.
If it wasn't for
Denzel,
him, none of
and
these
Will
other
Smith,
niggas
man, please.
exist. None of these other niggas. Man, listen.
I heard somebody comparing, and I'm so sick of y'all comparing everybody. They gonna try to say, well,
Kevin
some
Hart
people,
got a better
Kevin
film.
Hart, not at
Somebody
all.
said the person who tweeted this got to be 10 years old.
Yeah,
You know?
Kevin Hart can't even fuck with Vampire in Brooklyn, and that shit used to be.
Somebody said,
my
listen,
shit in college.
Kevin Hart deleted you
You
for
hear
tweeting that shit.
He's like, God damn it. God damn it. with
God
the
damn
nails.
it. Shit. God damn it.
That
You know-
motherfucker was funny as hell. I mean, people, man, these
Social
motherfuckers
media
need to sit
has
the fuck
definitely
down.
helped us and hurt us. But
Yeah.
what, again, it comes back to, I want to say the theme of this shit is staying on cold. From the Kirk Franklin and his child,
Yep.
from talking about black culture and hip hop,
Yep.
talking about social media and black culture.
Yep.
We have to understand the greater good because everybody else does and we don't. Like, because everybody want their singular individual moment, and that's some crabs in the barrel shit
Yep.
over pushing forward for the greater good so that door can stay open.
Right.
You know, once a motherfucker
A lot
blow
of
it off the
money
hinges so that shit can stay open. Cause they print enough money for everybody,
They
baby.
do.
They print enough money. Like, listen, capitalism will tell you otherwise, but here I'm gonna tell you what I know. They print enough money for everybody. You just got to go out here and get it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all.
And what's for you, what God got for you, can't nobody take.
Man, say that one more time.
What God has for you, nobody can take. It's yours. It's your opportunity. And if
Man.
if you ain't get it, keep shooting for what you want. That might not been the best situation for you.
In the words of corporate, oh God.
On God.
Oh God.
Hey man, on that note,
Let's
man,
go ahead.
we gonna thank y'all for tuning in to episode motherfucking 15.
Yes, Lord.
You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
we here.
Like we said, like, man, we gonna keep doing great shit and
Yes,
being
Lord.
great. Like I said, y'all can look forward to seeing more of our sister Sean around here.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
it's
Lord.
coming.
that.
It's
Lord.
coming. And man, in the meanwhile, I'm Jay Hollins.
Man, yeah.
And it's B.
Thank y'all for tuning in to Fake Decent. We'll catch y'all next time.
Ah.
It's fake decent.